It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the visiting team. Checking out the visiting team. They are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. Can we talk about Kawhi Leonard, guys?
Sure.
He's become one of only very few players ever to win a Defensive Player of the Year and a Finals MVP. And he just keeps on getting better, Kenny.
His ability to guard multiple positions. His length can ball the point guards. His strength and size can ball the power forwards. I mean, this guy does it all. He can ball hawk, and he's patient. You know, as the San Antonio Spurs are as a team, very patient and very diligent.
And he's the best perimeter defender in the league since Ron Artest.
Thanks for joining us. We're going courtside to Kevin Harlan.
On the floor for the visiting team, at center, Al Horford. At point guard, Kyrie Irving. At power forward, Pau Gasol. At the other guard position, Dwayne Wade. At the other forward position, LeBron James. The head coach of the visiting team is Brett Brown. In the middle, 7 feet 1 inch, number 33, Marc Gasol. At the point, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 30, Stephen Curry. At power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 23, Anthony Davis. The other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 35, Kevin Durant. At the other guard position, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 8, Kobe Bryant. The head coach of your home team is Jason Kidd. Let's hear it for team.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. We've got the visiting team and the home team.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. They've got LeBron James. Irving is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Horford. And it's Gasol in at the 4 slot.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet up until last season, he's been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Here's Wade following the basket by Marc Gasol. Horford with the screen on Bryant. Wade passes to Horford. Kobe with the steal. Outside Curry. Durant with it. Gasol covering. Davis with a screen on Gasol. Durant kicks to Davis. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
James against Durant. LeBron dishes to Wade, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I had a chance to catch up with Jason Kidd. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thank you, Doris. He dishes it to Wade. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Back to Irving, beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Horford, good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Curry. Pulls up on the elbow, and the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Wade kicks to Gasol. There's the screen. No one near James as he lets it go. Here's Wade. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
Gasol, a screen on Irving. Curry passes to Gasol. Can't make good off the pick. And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir.
How'd
That's
you know
what we
all
do.
that stuff?
That's what we do here.
Woo.
Info and entertainment.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Wade.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And Davis throws it down.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Pass to Horford. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Third is Stephen Curry.
One of the great things about the three-point shot is that it gives the fans an opportunity to anticipate it going down. And when this guy touched the ball, everybody thought it was going to be splash.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Gasol gets it to go.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Gasol setting the pick for Curry. To the inside. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Curry. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Now here's Bryant. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Davis. Plays it up and banks it in.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Picked by Horford. On the wing, James. Defended by Durant. Rejected by Gasol. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. The visitors with the ball. They trail by 3. Clock at 2. That's good. Horford's got his second basket.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice strike offensively for them. Curry dishes to Gasol. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Horford. Gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Irving kicks to LeBron. It's stolen by Bryant. Down low, Gasol. Rejected by Gasol. And it's Wade penetrating. Here's Irving. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Irving's got his first points in this one.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Durant. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Picked by Horford. Irving passes to Wade. Here's Horford. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Horford's got 6. Gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. James against Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to the tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Season he played outstanding, averaged 15 points a game, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Impossible to guard right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And as competitive as Durant is, you know, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league.
And finished off by Davis.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look. Gasol with it. He's picked up by James. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Curry's got 5. And you know, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play. Irving misses. Irving's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Deflects the pass, and they're moving it up. Shot to stop the run, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
And that atmosphere
that LeBron was after. I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere.
That one misses.
And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you can see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself into that roster. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And he gets the bucket. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
Anthony dishes to Rose. George with the ball. Picked up by Bryant. LeBron outside. Here's Gasol. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Gasol wide open. He fires. Can't make good off the pick. The dish to Paul. With some arc. Rose with the block. They get it back. Leonard, no luck.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now, here is George. Coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. And that one's good. George has got his first bucket of the night.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Here's Nowitzki. And too long on the shot.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot. Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
To the middle. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. The drive by James. Shoots from 14. And he gets it to go. James has got 5 points so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Coming off a terrific season, 4th in rebounding, 9th in blocks, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And he's so physical and explosive. I mean, you really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding.
James Harden, he's checked in for Kobe. Gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. There's a screen. Nowitzki a screen. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. Leonard with the ball. George picks him up, and it's sent back by George. And the shot is good. Here is Rose. Rejected by Nowitzki. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it and then excellent execution.
Now here's Rose. George with no one around. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Paul outside. Feeds to Howard. Tries from the block. A rebound by Gasol. Gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Anthony kicks to Rose. Fades and shoots. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Rose is gone 1-3 from the field here. And the basket by Harden. So it's the visitors now. 4-point game. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him. Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Paul goes in. Second shot opportunity, and Howard with the lane.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. The home team, they lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
I really pissed.
And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better. That's how I look at things. Teammates need me more than ever now. Coaches need more from me, so I got to dig deep and see where I can find it from.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Anthony. And it's Horford in at center. It's Harden with the drive. There's the pass to Gasol. Good work defensively by Horford.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
George, no good. Hitting a tremendous 61% from the floor. Hitting on all cylinders. Paul kicks to Durant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And it's 8 points for Kevin Durant.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance. And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, won 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
And he makes the first but misses the second. And that Florida team with Horford, Noah, and Corey Brewer, such a tight-knit group. All those guys still competing and defending at a very high level now in the NBA.
Each of those guys very team first in their approach. That's what they're about, winning. And because they've experienced championship winning, they stay locked in to that task.
Now, here is Irving. He had 13 points in the win against Cleveland. Horford gets the bucket.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
textbook, really, when you look at how they're playing. They are having their way down low.
And it's sent back by Horford. Anthony against Durant with his first shot attempt, and so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot two.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career, and I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
And he sinks the second.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Now here's Anthony. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. DeRozan's shot is good.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
It's Curry with the drive, the 10-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Curry's got 7 points. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big three to compete for a championship, and for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half, and when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day, and that's really what Carmelo did.
James checked in for Anthony. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Horford gets the bucket.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And he gets it to go.
When it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles that twine.
And this is a thunderstorm because they got it flowing right now. They are putting on a nice run.
And it's sent back by Horford. LeBron left side. All alone. That's good. LeBron's got his third basket of the night right there.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two.
You know, guys, it's really amazing just how quickly Anthony Davis has blossomed into stardom. You know, by age 21, he was arguably the best player in the game. At age 17, he only had one scholarship offer for college, and that was from Cleveland State to play point guard.
And in high school, Anthony Davis didn't play for a powerhouse. Perspectives Charter School, only around 200 kids.
Certainly not an NBA hotbed. They had him bring the ball up court and work in the post, much to his developmental benefit. A lot of losses, but he said that it made him a better leader dealing with that adversity. Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Picked by Horford. And Wall kicks to Horford. Inside, it's stolen by Davis. Outside Westbrook. It's Durant on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 10 points for Kevin Durant.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Picked by Horford. Wall passes to Horford. Soft touch off the glass.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Wade dishes to Horford. The 10-footer finds the target. Horford's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Durant, that's good.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And Wall kicks to James. DeRozan with a screen for James. Outside, Wall. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Durant. It's good for the 7th time this game. He shot 7. He has made 7.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Horford sets a screen for Wade. James a screen on Griffin. Here's Horford, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. They get Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, now Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
76% from the line a season ago.
And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
And he's good on the second.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Dance team.
Here's Curry. 7 points in the game. Outside Griffin. Dishes it to Davis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, whether you call him the brow or ant or the future, Anthony Davis made the leap in year 3 to franchise superstar. I mean, still, though, he remains humble, determined to improve, and dedicated to maximizing his immense potential.
And his former coach, Monty Williams, played with some greats. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. He says he sees that same desire to dominate in Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he wants to be great and doesn't see himself as a finished product, which is a good thing. That means he's going to continue to stay humble and hungry and put the work in.
And it's tied up with that one. Hitting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. This all setting the pick for Wall.
Blocking foul called on LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
So it's the visitors now. Shoots, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. Dwight Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis.
Dwight Howard.
Johnson the screen. Wade kicks to Johnson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Passes it to Aldridge. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one. The drive by James, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now, here's Bryant. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Hakeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
That free throw good from Aldridge. Both free throws good from Aldridge.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Now, here's Wade. 6 points for him. Gasol, no good. Curry with it. And there's the feed to Howard. LeBron with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Good looking screen by Gasol. Back to James. Wade passes to Johnson. 5 to shoot. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Screen by Howard. Curry dishes to Howard, and he gets it to go.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
James. The shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Wade against Bryant. Fires from 18. Off the left rim and out. An offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. Johnson gets the bucket.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Now here's Curry. He's got 7. Here's Aldridge. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's 6 points for Aldridge.
Timeout call.
An update from the sidelines.
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. So, Kevin, changes already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Griffin. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Blake Griffin. Coming off a terrific season. Last season, how about 22 points per, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, Sid, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
And he makes the first. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Nowitzki hits them both. Being an impressive 65% having their way with this defense. And George kicks to Butler. From 12 feet out. It's hauled in by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Paul with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Outside Bryant. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. 1:53 left now here in the second. Rose kicks to Gasol. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season. Seem to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Gasol drops 2.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
And now Rose running the floor all by himself. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nowitzki. .137 left in the first half. Butler passes to Anthony. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. George dishes to Gasol. Kicks to Carmelo. Kobe with the steal. And here's the fast break. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. 6 points for Leonard. Clark, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back and coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
Reminds me of a song.
Yeah, Kevin, that's Cameo, to be exact. And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Here's Howard. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That one is off.
And, guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
James Harden, he's checked in for Kobe. Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific, in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
Clarky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Here's Anthony, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The away team leading by just 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Paul. And Chris, you guys came out of the gates blazing, but cooled off a bit later on. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter it died down a little bit. You know, it's real. Everybody's very excited. You know, our team's excited, their team's excited, officials excited. You know what I mean? So we just got to calm down and play a little bit.
Chris, thank you so much. Kevin, in this league, you've got to sustain those hot starts.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Al Horford putting in some incredible work tonight. He had 18 points, 2 block shots, and 2 steals. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Al Horford has been sensational.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Here's Irving. Durant is out there with Davis. Then there's Kobe. Then it's Curry. And it's Gasol. And at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Gasol is screen on Durant. 6 to shoot. Here's Horford. Wow, way off on that one.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game.
And it's Gasol penetrating, and it's Durant missing.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
James kicks to Gasol. It's stolen by Davis. Kobe against James. pass to Gasol from 10 feet out, and that one hits back iron.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Wade passes to Irving. 11 feet away. Rejected by Gasol. Bryant with it. And it's Horford picking him up. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
Still team ball.
Here is Durant. He's got 15.
Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to the second half. Still scoreless.
Wade outside. To the inside. Here's Gasol. And he overshot that one, missing.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Gasol, a screen on Bryant. T-Wade on the wing, defended by Bryant. Here's Wade. Drills the elbow jumper. Wade's got 8 points.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Gasol, no good.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
But they recover it. Curry with it. He's picked up by James. Gasol, good, and Curry gets the assist.
2 points.
And it's 9 points for Marc Gasol. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put out.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it, Clark.
Yeah.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
And good on the basket. Kobe's got his second basket of the game.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
That one goes. Count it.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave's team.
Something for us right now. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. Their transition offense has to be a focal point, he told them. Points on the break are going to be crucial for the rest of this game. He talked also about getting the ball to their big men in the low post. That's where the ball should be going, he said. Let's get it in tight. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Russell Westbrook is second. Steph Curry fourth.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
And that one falls for Davis.
Davis playing very well. 15 points and 2 steals.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
And both free throws good for Davis. Gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Outside Irving. He kicks to LeBron. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year he passed Jerry West on the all-time postseason scoring list. I'm sure he'll just continue to climb up the record book.
And for LeBron in the playoffs last season, he did more than just score. Clark, he did it all and really stepped his game up when Kevin Love went down and when Kyrie Irving was hobbled. He covered every base.
Yep, and that's what's so impressive about LeBron in the playoffs. Everybody expects him to lead and hit big shots, and he never lets them down. Very rarely does he come up short in big moments.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. That one is no good. Gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Pass to Irving. 11 feet away. Puts it up from 17. And James with the basket on the assist by Irving. 12 points for LeBron.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Kobe, that's for 2. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Kobe getting it done. Just a gorgeous shot that time.
James kicks to Horford. Horford sets a screen for Irving, and Durant sends it back. He feeds it to Curry. Gasol, a screen on Wade. Off the pick. A nice shot by Gasol. Gasol's got 11 points.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Irving dishes to Horford. Gasol with the steal. James against Curry. And it's Bryant in the corner. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 9 points for Kobe Bryant.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. Checking out the game LeBron is having. 12 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
We've seen him miss a couple from the line so far, going 2 for 4.
It was a little bit of a battle for him all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
Russell Westbrook in for Steph Curry. That's off as well, so he misses both.
Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
Great open look there. And that's now 11 points for Kobe Bryant.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
And a dunk by Horford.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Griffin. The second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Now here's James. He's got 12. Here's Horford on the money from 12 feet away. Horford's got 6 points in the quarter. And for Griffin in his passing, often you'll see him set up teammates, Greg, for easy looks and dunks.
And with the amount of times that teams have to double team Griffin, that's huge. I mean, even when he's not scoring due to defenses focusing on him, he can still impact the game with his passing.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Marc Gasol. Johnson, the pass to LeBron. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. And that's 15 points for LeBron.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Gasol. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
The dish now to Johnson. The 9-foot shot. Here's DeRozan. Some solid defense from Kobe.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating them to the spot. Well done.
Gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Horford with the screen on Nowitzki. Anthony kicks to Horford. Butler dishes to Lowry. Picked by Horford. Lowry passes to Horford. Just 5 on the clock. That's short off the rim.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
He gives them a double-digit lead. Griffin's got his first basket.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Great showing for him last season. Tops in scoring, second in steals, and of course he was also top 5 in assists. With his court vision, one of the league's premier playmakers.
Yeah, and that's what made him number 1 last year. You can't stop him, and you really can't contain it.
Now, here's Lowry, looking for his first basket still in this one. George against Leonard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
Butler against Harden. He dishes it to Paul. It's stolen by Lowry. To the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back then. His body betrays him.
At the line for 2.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games. So the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly, he has a lot left when he's healthy.
No good on the second free throw.
Getting back to Dwight Howard, I think he's at a crossroads physically. Had back and knee issues. It's highly unlikely he can be 100% for a full season. You just hope to have him happy and healthy for your most important games.
Now here's Paul, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Butler with the steal. Anthony against Paul. Anthony kicks to George. No good on the three.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Screen by Howard. Paul with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. And Chris Paul hits from deep. Paul's got 6 points.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And it's sent back by Howard.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Kawhi Leonard.
1:12 left here in the third quarter. Outside Rose. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now, here is Harden. And he dunks it down.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Anthony sets the pick for Butler. Outside Anthony. This one for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist in this one.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And it's Paul missing.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Anthony drives in, and he makes good on the layup. Anthony's got 13.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
That's a 2 from Paul. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. The home team, they're up by 6. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. On a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. They've got Pau Gasol. LeBron James is out there with Anthony. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. The shot by Bryant, no good. Is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking him. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Yes, incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Now here's Curry. Got a piece of it. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Irving drives in. Can't get it to go. Curry with the defensive effort. And around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. And finished off by Davis.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life. And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And Davis sends it back. To the middle. Here's Bryant. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Bryant's got 11 in the second half. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. On the wing, Irving. Gasol, a screen on Curry. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
That is so tough to defend. He'll cross you over in a nanosecond. That move is next to unstoppable.
Davis sets a screen. Kobe kicks to Durant. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Kobe's got 6 assists here tonight.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. He was not at all satisfied with their effort level, saying, "We're losing the hustle plays and all the 50-50 balls. We simply can't win that way. We've got to get after it." Let's see how they respond, Kevin.
Al Horford is checked in for Carmelo Anthony. That's good.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
Timeout call. Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Throws it up high. But they get it back.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Anthony Davis. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, "He's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions." Gentlemen, some late-game adjustments that could prove crucial in the game's closing moments. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
He's certainly been hitting well from the line, and those points do add up.
Here's Horford. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 8th assist in the game. Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Davis with a screen on Irving. Curry dishes to Davis. feeds it to Durant. Second shot opportunity. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, Anthony Davis. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Irving passes to Gasol. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
Big shot. As soon as he got an opening, boy, did he let it fly.
Outside, Kobe. The pass to Curry. Right side, Gasol. Buried from 15 feet out. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Kobe against Wade. Dishes to Horford. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Passes it to Curry. Back to Davis. Inside, Gasol. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Got a piece of it. Now Curry. To the inside, Davis. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gasol. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Now, here's Bryant. For 3, Durant. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th personal foul.
Gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Irving kicks to James. To the paint. Here's Horford. Good. Horford's got 28 points for the game.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Durant against James. It's tipped and finished off by Gasol.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Durant. 25 points for Anthony Davis. Irving dishes to Wade. LeBron left side. The feed now to Horford. Open shot, Gasol, and it's off the back rim. No good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
There's the lob to the hoop. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. That's good.
Wade.
Gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Davis setting the pick for Kobe. Kicks it to Gasol. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kobe against James. Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 3rd assist on the night.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Curry. A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And finished off by Horford.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Now here's Kobe. The high post shot. That's good on the jump shot. Kobe's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Wade kicks to LeBron. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, strong move there. Big points on that possession. In need of a bucket late. This is the guy you want to go to.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Davis. Outside Durant. Three-pointer, 4 on the shot clock. And it's Wade with the rebound. Gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. He kicks it to Gasol. From the wing. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. Gasol's got 8 points here in this quarter. Gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Irving against Curry. Back to Durant from the arc. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
And they get the rebound, but, guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Anthony Davis.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Davis is checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Bryant kicks to Curry. Wants to get it to Kobe and does.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
Wade kicks to Irving. Down low, here's Horford. Good work defensively by Gasol.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Curry against Irving. Curry attacking. Outside Irving. Gasol, a screen on Kobe. Here's Wade. The kick out to Irving. No good on the triple.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down. Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Will it go? The shot is off. Durant with some nice D. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Kobe kicks to Durant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
That's his second personal foul. At the line, Kevin Durant. 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break, take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of them.
And that one's good.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And here's Westbrook. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Mark, this team seems to have a rhythm going and building on some great momentum. What's been the key to the success this group is having?
We're working. You know, we sacrificing for each other. I think we're doing a better job on that. And you know, we don't get much practice, but we're getting good work in.
Well, congratulations, Mark. Keep it going. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
The one thing you know about Davis is that he's always going to play with an insane amount of energy. It's always full speed ahead with him, and we saw that tonight. Offensively, he plays as well as anyone.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.